Alright, welcome back. This is Cult of Elections, and in today's election night 2024 prediction, I am going to go over the best Democrats can do in this election. And I've had a couple videos in a row where I've had Republicans winning it, so that's part of the reason I decided to do this. I'm going to fill out some safe states here. Yeah, I'll try to keep things somewhat equal on this channel. But sometimes it may not actually end up like that. But yeah, I will have a sister video to this that shows the best Republicans can do out tomorrow, so you should look out for that. But yeah, for now, the best Democrats can do. And if we're talking about the best they can possibly do, we're throwing a couple things into the safe category. New Mexico, Colorado, Virginia. Boom, boom, boom. Right off the bat, these were already in the almost the safe category in the 2020 election. And if they continue to make inroads with people from these states, it's entirely possible. And even a somewhat likely scenario that happens. But who really knows? But yeah, definitely entirely possible. Moving on, I think Minnesota and New Hampshire are states that won't quite reach the safe threshold. However, they could come very close in this scenario. Yeah, that's pretty much it there. Trying to think of more leading states. Democrats have a lot of safe states, and then the rest are just kind of considered swing states, oddly enough. Let's move on to, okay, states Democrats aren't gonna come close to winning, right? Okay. Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska at large. Nebraska's 3rd district. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama. Trying to pick these carefully. Tennessee, Kentucky, and West Virginia. Yeah, okay. That looks to be about right. I left out a couple very key Republican states here. And that's because I'm going to mark them in the likely category. For some of them. Nebraska's 1st district here, I'm going to put in the likely category. I think Mississippi's already borderline likely, which is so weird to see, but it's crazy how the map changes over time. So yeah, definitely that. South Carolina, we can put Kansas in that category. We can put Utah in that category. We can definitely put Missouri in that category. And already here, this map looks pretty ugly for Republicans. But, that's the way the map's supposed to go, right? I don't think in these states they'll move so far to the left that they go into the lean category. But that could be the thing in a number of other states. I think Indiana's the same way. And actually, we'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, I'm going to do some more likely Democrat states here. I'm going to delegate the entire Rust Belt. I don't think any of them will come close to a safe category, but I mean, they could. All 3 of these could jump back to the likely thing. They were prior to Trump's election. Well, some of them were. But, yeah, it's entirely possible they go back. Nevada could shift upwards, too. And just like that, Democrats have the win here. So, yeah, and it continues to only get worse from here. Because I am going to delegate. I'm trying to pick and choose. Okay. Iowa and Ohio are states that have swung pretty bad for Democrats lately. However, it's entirely possible they can swing back. They had pretty big shifts from Trump to Obama. Or sorry, Obama to Trump. The other way around. They could swing back given the right candidate. It'd have to be a really strong one for the map to look like this. I'm going to delegate Nebraska's 2nd District to likely. And I'll Maine at large. Safe. It's easy to forget the Maine at large on this map because it doesn't really light up. Except for up here. Maine's 2nd District would be likely. I mean, they went for Obama, so they could go for a Democrat, and by a pretty comfortable margin, too. So, we have some interesting states left. Montana, I don't think it's super likely at all, but if we're talking, like, the best possible scenario, that goes blue. Same thing with Alaska, really. And we can chalk up Arizona in that category too, as well as North Carolina and Georgia. These states could have just as easily been lean rather than somewhat tilt, or, well, in North Carolina's case, it's lean Republican. It could have went the other way very easily. They didn't. But yeah, so I'm leaving 2 states left. I'm going to delegate Florida first. And Florida, I think Trump made some pretty big inroads with Cubans in Florida. So I think this may be very different in the Republican scenario. I was originally going to put Florida best case scenario for Democrats in the tilt column, but I definitely think lean. Lean's a possibility if Republicans put up someone who just completely washes Cubans away. But that's really the only way that happens. Otherwise, tilt. And as for the big dog Texas, this has been a big topic in a lot of my videos. Well, what happens here? What happens in Texas? I have said numerous times, and I do not believe I have ever delegated Texas blue. I have said that Texas has at least one more run in it to go Republican based on the vote totals of 2020. However, that's assuming Republicans put up a competent candidate. If they put up someone who is absolutely going to get slaughtered, this map would look worse. As in, all of these likely states could shift, and all these safe states could shift down. Probably not quite to the blue. However, I think if Democrats are performing extremely well in the 2024 election, they can tilt Texas blue. Which is weird to say because Iowa and Ohio had bigger margins than Texas. However, I'm saying lean, but I'm talking about the consistency of Texas it's there. I think the voters there are a lot more polarized in how they would vote compared to Iowa and Ohio. Texas has seen a pretty big shift lately, but I think the whole polarization is solidifying in today's climate. But yeah, there you have it. 421 electoral votes for Democrats in the best case scenario. Are there any of these Democrat states you think are impossible to win for them? Do you think that more of these Republican states could flip? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video and, well, subscribe for more daily content. And I'll see you next time for the Republican version of this. And peace.